Here I am in PowerSchool. We are going to learn how to use a new emailing feature that allows us to contact parents and students directly, one at a time or in groups. First, we need to access PowerTeacher. The way we do this is by clicking up here on the course selector button. And then for any random course you choose, I'll just pick my first block. You click the three dots in the top right corner of that block. From the drop-down, you can now click on Attendance, even if you wouldn't be taking attendance for that class today. Now we're in the PowerTeacher portal. You'll notice that there is a new alert system right here at the top left corner called SwiftReach. Before we move into SwiftReach, I'd like to show you a second way to access this screen. Okay, I've returned to Unified Classroom, and I can click on Quick Links from my left side navigation menu. Next, I can click right here on PowerTeacher Portal Home. And again, this brings me to the exact same site as when I'm taking attendance. Okay, let's click over here in the top left corner where it says SwiftReach Swift K-12. We are now in the alert system that we could use to send emails to our teachers, to our parents and to our students. So to create a new email, you essentially have to send it as an alert. Now, before I launch into that process, I'm going to click over here on View History so you can see how these alerts that you've sent are organized and saved. Notice that every alert has a name, which is called the task. This is not the subject of the email. This is actually something separate that students and teachers or students and parents would never really see. This is your own way of categorizing the messages that you send. Okay, let's return back to the prior screen. I can click on Home up here, or I can click on SwiftReach in the top left corner to return. To get started, we'll click on this button that says Send an Alert. Here is where we give it the name, which is how we sort alerts that we've created. And I like to put in the date along with a brief description. Email to, how about test email to parent. You can add a more detailed description if you'd like, but that's not necessary. Where it says what type of alert is this, we have to click the drop-down menu and choose whether we want parents and students both to receive the message, just parents, or just students. I'll choose just parents. Now we have a few options for selecting who will be the recipient. First, we can click on All My Students, and this will send to everybody you teach, anybody in any roster, including your team. So that's probably not an ideal choice. We could also choose students by course. So this looks at the various preps you have. Here I have IB Physics, one block, but I also have two blocks of Honors Physics. If I click 3062, I'm sending this both to A block and also D block. I could also click right here where it says Students by Section. And this would be where I click in and I choose, okay, Section 1, that's A block of Honors Physics. I can click again, choose Section 2, or I could send this to IB Physics as well. So this is another option we have. Finally, you can click on Individual Students at the very bottom. I click right here where it says Course Selection, and I say, okay, let's find some students in IB Physics. When you choose a new course down here, the screen will gray out and you may see nothing, just a gray screen. If that's the case, scroll to the very top. There's a pop-up box that you may be missing, and then you simply click Yes, Continue to confirm the new selection. Let me scroll back down. Now that I've chosen or selected this class, I can click in the next box, the next field, and pick out the particular students who I'd like to email, or in my case, the parents of those students, because I selected to send this message to parents. Okay, I'm going to take some of those people away and send this just to the parents of Annie Null. I click Next. We want to send an email, not a text or phone call. Here, click on Advanced so that you have formatting options for your message. Then click Next. Finally, I can enter the email subject that people would actually see. This is the same as any other email we've written. Let's say testing new email functionality, and I'll write, hello, I'm testing a new email tool in PowerSchool. No need to respond to this message. Thanks for your assistance. If you want to add an attachment, you can click this button right here. The attachment that's sent comes through as a link. So they receive an actual email. You do actually send this to their inbox. It's not an alert or anything that they have to access through PowerSchool itself. But at the bottom of the message of the text, there would be a link. And by clicking that link, it wouldn't even bring them to PowerSchool. Instead, it would simply automatically download the file. So I'll skip that for now, but feel free to try that out. Then click Next. Okay, here is where we confirm all of the details. Notice that when it says message count, it tells you how many emails are being sent. I chose only one student, so both parents will receive this email. I click Save and Continue at the bottom. I'm almost finished. The final step is to launch the actual alert and send it out. But before I do that, it's a nice idea to test it by sending to yourself. Click on this blue button. There's something specific that we want to check for. So here, enter your own email address so that you receive the alert to your own inbox. Then click on Launch Test in the corner. Success! Click OK and load your email. Here I am in my email. Notice that the sender is called Shah Sender. The subject is there just as I inputted, and here is the body of my message. I have, at the very bottom, even my email signature. And again, there would be a link with a description of the attachment had I attached any files. So it actually has right here in brackets my email address. This is coming through as an actual email, and look at this, even if I click reply, it'll still reply to me, not to PowerSchool. So this is a full functioning email service. What you need to check for when you send the test is that in fact it does say Shah Sender. There's a chance that this might update depending on whether admin are using the system. So if you find that it doesn't say Shah Sender but says something else, Kate Temple perhaps, then you can send an email to Sheila Huff or to any other admin and have them look into whether somebody else is currently using the system. This should stay static all the time. It should always remain at Shah Sender, but there are chances, certain special cases where it may need to change. Okay, let's return to Swift. All I've done so far is test the alert. I haven't actually sent it yet. To finally send, we click on this green button that says Launch Now. At the end, we click this last button, Finalize Alert, and it has been sent. Success! Thanks for watching this video. Feel free to follow up with questions. There are a few more steps involved in this procedure, but it's an easy way to contact parents in large groups or to email an entire class at a time. Thanks for watching.